Hi everyone, and welcome back to Planting for Wildlife. Today I'm looking at the beautiful Astrantia, a plant that always looks stunning and that I think has one of the most photogenic flowers of any plant. That's quite a claim, I know. Back when I was doing a lot more photography, I captured one of my favourite images of this plant in a beautiful English garden called Pashley Manor, and I have the pure white version called Alba in the shady north-facing bed in my own garden, although now we're in October, it's looking slightly past its best. Astrantia are hardy perennials that grow to around 75 centimetres tall by 50 centimetres wide and are native to the light woodlands and alpine meadows of Central and Eastern Europe. This photo was captured in the German Alps. They're super low maintenance and adaptable plants that prefer moisture retentive soil, but will also cope with drier soil and are fine to be grown in both sunny and shady spots. Dappled shade is perfect, but this north-facing bed that I've planted them in receives almost no direct sunlight, and they've still flowered really well and kept quite upright. They're also hardy down to -20 degrees Celsius. The intricacy of the pincushion shaped flowers really is amazing, and they flower for a nice long period from late spring all the way through into autumn. Cutting back the stems all the way down to the base should encourage a second flush of flowers, although as you can see I haven't been that diligent in cutting mine back this year, although the seed heads do make a really nice feature in their own right. They come in a really nice range of colours too, from the pure white I have in this garden through to lighter pinks like Roma or deep burgundies like Venice. They're also really nice flowers to put in bouquets. The flowers are rich in nectar and attract bees, butterflies, moths and other pollinators. And aside from the flowers, these plants are also great for ground cover with their green, deeply divided leaves. This foliage also makes it easy to identify the plant earlier in the season before the flower stems start growing. Astrantia are so easy to grow from seed, and October is the perfect time to sow them. All you need is a seed tray. This is the one I used last year. Fill it to the top with seed sowing compost, sprinkle the Astrantia seeds on top, then just a light dusting of the compost on top of that, give it a water, and then just leave it outside over the winter. That's really all you need to do. It doesn't need any more care than that. Come the next spring, you should have small seedlings that can be potted on. The plants won't flower the next year though. These are some plants that I planted about a year ago, and although they're nice healthy plants, they're still quite small, so we'll see if I get some flowers on those next year. Looking at my favourite companion plants, and especially for white Astrantias, ferns are a match made in heaven. I love green and white combinations, but when you have such vibrant greens from the ferns, I think it pairs with the white delicate flowers of the Astrantia perfectly, giving a really calm and tranquil vibe. In general, I do like to use a lot of colour in my planting, but especially in a shady spot, I think sometimes less is more. The fern I've paired with my Astrantia in this bed is called Dryopteris wallichiana, although any fern will work really nicely. And if you do want to use a more colourful Astrantia, that will look good too, especially the deeper burgundy tones. Astrantia are also great for underplanting shrubs, something like a Sambucus nigra or elder that I have two of in my own garden. If you're underplanting the green variety of elder, I'd probably use an Astrantia with deep burgundy flowers, which will contrast really nicely with the green foliage of the elder in the summer. And if you're underplanting one of the darker varieties of Sambucus, to be honest, it probably doesn't really matter which colour flower you're using of Astrantia, because it'll be the beautiful green foliage of the Astrantia that really pops against the dark foliage of the Sambucus. Lastly, those dark burgundy Astrantias will contrast really nicely with white alliums, or if you want to go full monochrome, just use the white Astrantia Alba that I have in my own garden. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please drop it a like and subscribe. And until next time, enjoy the wildlife in your garden.